Bonjour, comment allez-vous? Très bien. Nice to know that you're doing well. Aujourd'hui, okay, some of you said et vous, then I'm doing well. Fantastic. Ça va bien. Uh, Aujourd'hui, today, we're going to study the poem. We're going to do the poem and then I'll give you some question answers, okay? So, bienvenue dans la classe et nous apprendrions le poème Amitié. Okay, so here we go. This is the poem, and let's start. Keep your pencils in hand and your textbooks open in front of you. For those of you who do not have a textbook, please uh, please keep your notebook open in front of you and make notes of words that you are learning. Okay, new words, write down the meanings. Okay, even words that you know, like different are different, because sometimes those articles that come before different, those also matter. Okay, they they matter a lot, and I would know the importance of them. That's why I'm telling you the importance of it. Okay, because you as students are new to these things and you might not feel certain things are important. Please mark what is important when I tell you something is important. Okay, so getting on with the class. Amitié means friendship. Okay, this poem is all about friendship, and this poem talks about how we spent our friendship, or friendly our days of friendship together when we were young. Then as we grew up into young adults, like how you are right now as youth, and then how we grew into adults as friends, and how we remember and cherish those nice moments, and how we foster them and would like to uh, treasure them as precious treasures. This is what the poem talks about. Okay, fine. Now this poem is written by Mrs. Mitra Borkar. She's a professor of French and in charge of the French department in Choglis. She is also part of the board of the French Goa board for 11th and 12th. Okay, so she has written the textbook, a lot of the poems in this textbook. Okay, so getting on with the poem. À différents moments de la vie, at different times of life, on a besoin d'amis autour de soi. One has need of friends all around oneself. I'll read that once again. À différents moments de la vie, at different moments of life, on a besoin, one has need. Besoin means need. Okay, besoin means need. One has need. D'amis, of friends, or for friends. One has need for friends. Autour de soi. Autour de soi is all around oneself. Et chaque fois que qu'on se souvient d'hier, chaque fois, et chaque fois and each time qu'on se souvient d'hier, that one remembers of them or thinks of them, il semble qu'on écoute leur voix. It feels like one has heard their voice. On était tout jeunes et ils étaient là. We were very young and they were there for us. Okay, they were there. We were very young and they were there for us. On jouait, on travaillait, on riait tout bas. One played, one worked, and one laughed. Tout bas is, there you go. And bas is downward. And bas is the bottom. And bas de la page is at the bottom of the page. Tout bas is they were always there. On riait, 1 minute. I'll just check if the meaning is at the back. No, the meaning is not there at the back. Okay, it doesn't matter. So, on jouait, one played. On travaillait, one or we worked. On riait tout bas, we laughed heartily. Tout bas would be heartily in this case, right? You can't say from the base. On se criait même, we also quarreled the same time amongst ourselves. Mais on oubliait tout, but we forgot everything. Pour redevenir des amis, in order to become friends à la fin du jour, at the end of the day. So, à la fin du jour, please write the meanings. À la fin du jour, at the end of the day. Pour devenir des amis, in order to become friends. In order to become friends. Kerry is quarreled or fought amongst ourselves. Mem, Kerry mem is fought amongst ourselves. Mais on oublié tout, but we forgot everything. Okay, you wrote that? Okay, fine. Pour devenir des amis à la fin du jour. So, in order to become friends by the end of the day. Third paragraph. Alors, quand chacun choisit son chemin, alors, then, quand chacun choisit son chemin. Chemin means when each one chose his or her own way, that is, own path of life, or took that decision to split up. Split up in a sense, each of our friends went their own different way and chose their own choices with regards to job and such kind of things. euh, Qu'ils n'y sont plus pour nous tenir la main. Qu'ils n'y sont plus, that there are not there pour nous tenir la main. Then they are not there to hold our hands. Okay. Qu'ils n'y sont plus means that they are not there. Pour nous tenir la main is in order to hold our hands. On se rappelle le mot de réconfort. One recalls their words of comfort, okay, or reassurance. Okay, so screen. Okay, coming back to the screen. So the screen got moved. Okay, then et on reprend courage, on devient plus fort, and one retakes courage, on devient plus fort, one becomes more stronger. Okay, et on reprend courage, one retakes courage, and one becomes more stronger. Les vrais amis sont un trésor précieux. As you see there on the screen, true friends are a precious treasure. À garder avec un soin, to be held and kept. À garder avec un soin, to be held and kept with care. Avec un soin is with care, okay? Meticuleux. So meticuleux is meticulous care. So therefore, one must take care and guard these people, your friends, your true friends. Basically, protect them and take care of them with meticulous care. Okay, avec soin méticuleux. Okay, you wrote the meanings. Fine. Next, car dans ce monde plein de soucis, because in this world there's lots of worries. Souci is worries. Okay, so car dans ce monde plein, il y a plein de soucis. There is a lot of worry. Peut-on imaginer la vie sans amis? Can one imagine a life without friends? Can one imagine a life without friends? Okay, so that's your poem. Okay, so once again, I'll just summarize the entire poem for you in few words. At different moments in your life, we have one has needs for friends all around oneself, and at every time or each different moments of our life, we remember them. Okay, or we think of them. Il semble qu'on écoute le voice. It seems sometimes that we hear their voice also. Okay, then the next paragraph talks about when we were very young, they were always there for us, and we played, we worked, we laughed all together. Okay, heartily. On Sekiri, we also fought. We fought at the same time, but we forgot everything in order to become friends once again by the end of the day. Then later on, as we grew up, we separated and we went our own way. Okay, we all went our own way. Mm. and they were there for us, uh, to hold our hand. We recall those moments, okay, those moments of recomfort, and one relearn, and now on one relearns to take courage and become stronger. Blue for this stronger, okay. Then, uh, true friends lève me sans un trésor précieux. Our true friends are a precious treasure to be saved and kept up, to be kept, to be à garder avec un soin, to be carefully kept, okay, carefully kept. Avec un soin is with a uh, with meticulous care. Soin means care, okay, so with along with meticulous care. Okay, then, uh, because in this world there's lots of worry, perhaps imagine life without friends. Okay, so with this we come to the end of the poem. Now let's go to the question answers. I want you to keep a notebook, one notebook, 200 pages, which we'll be using throughout the year. So please don't shift pages, sorry, notebooks. Okay, and please don't write in different books. Keep one notebook for everything. Okay, and if that is done, then you can at least have all your grammar in one place. Okay, so please make sure you do that. Now, I will not be giving you the PDF for the Word document. That's what I've been told, because I've been told to make sure you're writing the question answers, other there will be no practice. So please write down the question answers that are put up on the screen as I repeat them, or I'll pronounce them for you. Main thing is just copyright it, okay, quickly. So keep your notebook in hand, keep your pen and your things ready. There will also be grammar, so I'll ask you to leave uh, 2 pages or 3 pages for grammar in between, which I will add to this sheet later on. That is for tomorrow's class, okay. Fine. So here you go, lesson. Victor, please keep a separate, again, I'm repeating, please keep a separate book for French, a completely dedicated book for French, where I want you to write the prose in the first section, and after in the second half of the same book, I need you to write grammar, okay? So whenever we do any topic in grammar, whether it's a new topic or it's a revision, I want you to write it all in the grammar section, okay? Don't mix it up. Also, one more reason for this separation for this two-part book is so that you have all your grammar in one place, okay, so you don't have to go hunting all over. Besides all this, I will also be giving you some important questions in regards to your board exams, so I would need you to really have a separate book for French. Don't write your work into all the other books, into rough books and all such kind of things, okay, please don't do that. Keep a separate special book for French. Okay, so starting on with the question answers. First one is répondre aux questions suivantes en phrase complète. Now, I've not given you any fill in the blanks here, and I've not given you any what do you call it? Any match the following. Okay, so or any Devinet and all that. So I've not given you any of those here right now, because I if need be, if it's important, I'll give it to you later in the class, later during these days. But for now, this is important because tomorrow for your test you will have basically your 40 marks paper divided into 4 parts. I know some of you felt like, oh, 40, what are you going to do for 40 hours paper is basically what you're going to do sitting in those in the 1.5 hour class, okay, on the 1 hour class. So I think 1 hour is enough for 40 marks paper. Okay, secondly, you'll have 4 sections. The prose will be there just as usual. With that, there will be uh, prose, there will be grammar section, there will be expression section, and there will be comprehension section. Okay, so, and very short and simple, there'll be just like one topic, 10 sentences like that. Okay, so that's it. Then répondre aux questions suivantes. The first question for the day: quelle maladie a attrapé Avi? What sickness did Avi attract or get? And we all know he had polio. Répondre: Avi a attrapé la maladie de polio. Okay.
Okay, that's done. Then go to the second one. Dans quel état Jean trouvait-il son ami? In what state did John find his friend? Please write that down. Okay, your answer is going to be Jean trouvait son ami triste, sans force et sans courage face à la maladie. Okay, okay, sorry about the disorientation, but yeah. Then fourth one is your fourth one is sorry, not fourth one, third one. Qu'est-ce que third question, qu'est-ce que le médecin a pensé de la maladie d'Ave? Now this question is what did the doctor think about or uh, yeah, what did the doctor think about the the sickness of Avi? Okay, the sickness of Avi. Le médecin a pensé que l'attaque de polio d'Ave n'a pas très forte, is not very strong. The doctor of Avi thought that the condition is not very strong. Il saurait démarcher un jour, mais à condition de la vouloir vraiment. Okay, so what it says is, uh, okay, so what it says is, the doctor a pensé had thought that the attack of polio, of Avi, n'a pas très fort. It was not very strong. Il saurait démarcher. He will be able to walk once again. Un jour ami, on a friendly. Wait, yeah. On jour, not ami. Sorry. Un jour mais a condition. He will be able to walk one day. He says, but on the condition the le vouloir vraiment, that he wants it really or really wants it. Okay, so I'll wait for some time and I'll give you time to write the fourth question. Meanwhile, please write the fourth question for those of you who have finished writing. Okay, now moving on to the fourth one. Selon le médecin, qu'est-ce que Avi doit faire pour se guérir? Okay, so question meaning of the question is, according to the doctor, what must Avi do in order to overcome the battle? Okay, it's not easy, it's quite difficult, lots of preparation, but what must he do in order to fair persevere, in order to win over that situation? Okay, so yeah. So, qu'est-ce qu'avez pensé de sa maladie? Sorry, your answer. Pour se guérir, in order to fight that battle, this condition, Avi doit reprendre tous les mouvements. So, Avi must relearn all the movements. Les plus simples d'abord, the most easiest first, then the more difficult ones. The more easier first, and then the more difficult ones. Okay, then the fifth one, qu'est-ce que Avi pensait de sa maladie? Avi, now what does Avi think about this sickness? Avi pensait que sa maladie l'a rendu en forme. So Avi thinks that this sickness had made him handicapped. En forme is handicapped. Pour la vie, for his lifetime. Et qu'il n'y a plus rien à faire. And that there is nothing more or nothing else left to do.
Okay, are you done? Then we move to the next one. Next one, sixth one. Comment Jean essayait-il de convaincre Avi de sortir de sa maladie? How did John try to convince Avi in order to leave his sickness or to come out of his sickness? Okay, the answer is Avi pensait que sa maladie l'a rendu enfant pour la vie et qu'il n'y a plus rien à faire and that he has nothing to do. He says that Avi says that this sickness Avi thinks that this sickness has made him handicapped for life and that he has nothing else to do. Your sixth question, comment Jean essaie-t-il de convaincre? Okay, this was what we were doing. Sorry, I missed that one. Un jour d'été, one day of summer, Avi a pris son courage à deux mains. One summer day, Avi takes up courage. Jean lui a raconté Jean Louis raconte means John goes and meets him or meets with him. Qu'il était fou de not meets with him. He goes and recalls to him or reminds him. Jean Louis raconte. Sorry, I thought it was reconnaître. Is raconte. Raconte is to recount or to recall or to remind someone about something. Basically to call to mind. So Jean Louis raconte qu'il était fou de sport et qu'il se battait pour gagner à tout prix. So he says, at that point of time, he recalls that we were mad for he was mad for sports. Sorry, he was mad for sports. Okay, and that he would battle pour se gagner à tout prix in order to win at all cost. Okay, seventh one. Qu'est-ce que les deux amis décident de faire? What did the two friends decide to do? Okay, so that is done. Sixth one is done. Seventh one, qu'est-ce que les deux amis décident de faire? Okay, what did the two friends finally decide to do? Answer is, les deux amis ont décidé de faire un pari. The two friends decided to make a bet. Jean va s'améliorer. So John is going to uh, recover. Okay, sorry, not recover, improve. S'améliorer en maths. So he says John is going to improve in maths for his part. And Avi va reprendre à marcher. And Avi is going to relearn to walk. Okay, if that's done, then go to the eighth question. Eighth question says, à la fin, quelle opinion, à la fin, quelle opinion Ok. À la fin, quelle opinion Avi et Jean ont-ils l'un de l'autre? So at the end, what opinion did Avi and John have about each other? Now remember, this is before they started to sit together and do their work, as in to work on themselves. So at this point of time, the question is earlier, before they started to work towards this. Now this is now soon after the bet. So soon after the bet, what opinions did they have about one another? Okay, so that's the question. Please write it down. À la fin, avait été convaincre. At the end, Avi was convinced that que John. Okay, if you finish writing, I'll just repeat this once again. Answer goes this way. À la fin, avait été convaincre que Jean qui déteste les mathématiques ne pourrait pas faire de progrès. So he's sure that John, who hates maths, will not make progress. But whereas John, on the other hand, he hopes that. Hmm. Okay, if you're done with the eight questions, now moving on, then you have grammar. Grammar is not for today, grammar is for another day. So we'll do that on another day. Next, you have lesson 2. Lesson 2 is lesson 2 is of course of Victor, they keep this part 2 it is, but in this lesson you have your these are your question answers. Please write this down. Do one thing, write this on a new page, okay? Whatever you finished on the previous about the previous lesson, leave it there. Start this on a new page, fresh page. Okay, so the first question is done. Comment avis et gens se comportant il mm, quand ils se rencontrent après quelques mois? Now, your first question is asking you, how does Avi and John work on themselves when they meet, or how were they before they after they meet after some months? Okay, so après quelques mois, quand ils se rencontrent, Avi et Jean se demandant si l'autre. So after some months, quand ils se rencontrent, when they re-meet again, Avi and Jean se demandant is ask among them, ask each other si l'autre se souvient, if the other se souvient is following the ce qu'il a promis, all that was promised. Et résistant, et restant muet sur le vengeant, sorry, sur le progrès respectif. Examen, no, sur le progress respective. So he asks, what was the whether they have been he John wants to know. John asks whether Avi was making progress, was working towards what he had promised, and that they rested mute, and that mute remained quiet about their respective progress. Okay, then que fait Jean pour réussir dans l'examen de math? Okay, so what does John do in order to succeed in the exam of maths?
Je ne perds plus son temps à classe maths. Okay, so John does not waste any more time in class. Il fait ses devoirs avec application. As you already know, he does his uh, lessons with application and redemande même and also asks at the same time. There's explication à son professeur. The explanations from his professor. Okay, he goes and solve all his difficulties. Okay, once you finish writing that one, now, third one, que fait Avi de sa part? Now, what did Avi do for his part? Quand Avi est seul, when Avi is by himself, is all by himself, il exerce à reprendre patiemment. He exercises to relearn patiently. Okay, 1 minute. Patiemment, mais, 1 minute. I think there's a slight error in this. I'll give you the exact spelling. It's not Patimo, me, Pata, Pata, I think it is. 1 minute. Mm, yeah, il est seul, quand il est seul, il exercice, Patimo, mes obstinement. Okay, it's just mes obstinement. Okay, please make the correction there. I think I'll also make it right away. Please check it out carefully. Mes obstinement. Here. Okay, so if you're with me, please make this correction here. It's mes obstinement. Okay, so as you continue writing, mes obstinement les mouvements de la marche. So patiently but dedicatedly or consecutively, he learns the movements of walking. Fourth one, que font les deux? What do the two do? What do these two of them do? Jean et Avé secrètement. So what do they do secretly? Jean and Avi mettent des efforts. So John and Avi put their effort secretly, secrètement, dans leurs tâches respectives, in their respective tasks, mais ils se cachent depuis plusieurs mois. So they hide it, they keep it hidden for many months. For many months together. Next one, the fifth one, quelle nouvelle Jean donne-t-il à Ave? So what news does John give to Ave one fine day? Okay. So your answer will be for this one, Jean donne la nouvelle qu'il est second en maths avec 17 sur 20. Then the sixth one, quel surpris Ave donne-t-il à Jean? What surprise does Avi give to John? Après que la nouvelle, après que la nouvelle, after the news que Jean a donné, that John had given, Avi prend ses béquiers. So after John enters in and tells him about the marks, Avi prend ses béquiers. Avi takes his crutches, se lever lentement. He rises up slowly from his chair, avec sa peine, with his pain. Puis commencer, then starts
a marcher vers Jean, and then starts to walk towards John. Okay, then the seventh one. Belle victoire d'équipe. Okay. Pourquoi Jean le dit-il? Okay, good teamwork, he says. Okay. Why does John say this way? Hmm? À la fin, at the end, Jean a amélioré en maths et avait appris de remarcher. So at the end, John succeeds in maths or improves in maths et avait a appris the remarcher. Remarcher. Après comes from the verb apprendre. This is the past participle. So at the end, Avi also has learned to walk again. En voyant, in viewing or in seeing this, this is your pluque parfait. En voyant les deux situations, in seeing these two situations, Jean a dit belle victoire d'équipe. Good teamwork. In seeing both these situations improve, John says good belle victoire d'équipe. Okay, so that's your question answers. Now again, after every grammar section, please leave two full pages, two or three depending upon your handwriting. Okay, two sides. Not, I mean, I'm not, when I say pages, mean I'm not saying both the sides of the page. I'm counting sides. So you leave one side and leave the second side. Just leave two sides is enough. Or what I mean is one whole page. Okay. Then after that's done, after leaving those two three pages, start the next one is a poem. Okay, so please write the name of the poem in the top, put today's date, and write the name of the poem. There you write répondre aux questions suivantes en phrase complète. Okay, so reply in complete sentences, environ 25 mots in 25 words, just like you wrote before. Okay, and copy down the questions. Quand est-ce qu'on besoin d'amis? When does one have need for friends? As we learned in today's poem that we had learned earlier, we learned that one has need for friends at different moments of life. Okay, so here it is. On a besoin d'amis à différents moments de la vie. Okay, sorry. Okay, once that's done, the second one, qu'est-ce qu'on se sent? What does one feel? Se sent is to feel. Okay, quand on se souvient de year. When one remembers, se souvient remembers. When one remembers, se souvient the year is of them. Okay, or about them. When one remembers about them. What does one feel when one remembers of them? My answer is quand on se souvient the year. When one thinks of them, on se sent, one feels. Quand écoute leur voix, that one is listening to their voice. Okay, that one is listening to their voice. Next one, que faisait on quand on était jeune? What must one do when one is young? Okay, quand on était jeune, when one is young, on jouait, one plays, on travaillait, one worked, on riait tout bas, one laughed a lot. Okay, uh, on riait tout bas, one laughed a lot. On se criait, one quarreled, mais on oubliait tout pour redevenir des amis. So and we fought. Okay, on se guerrier, one fought, mais on oublié, but one forgot everything. One forgot everything pour redevenir in order to become friends once again. À la fin du jour, by the end of the day. Next one, quand est-ce qu'on devient plus fort? when does one become very strong or become strong? On devient plus fort quand chacun choisit son chemin. Okay, so one becomes quand est-ce qu'on devient plus fort? When does one become very strong? On devient plus fort, one becomes very strong. Quand chacun choisit son chemin. One becomes very strong when each one chooses his own route, okay, different path in life. Quand ils n'y sont plus pour nous tenir la main. When there is no one else to hold a hand. Quand on se rappelle leur mot de rencontre. When one recalls or remembers their words of recomfort or encouragement, okay, the basically the encouragement of your friends. Next one, à quoi compare-t-on les vrais amis? On compare, one compares les vrais amis, the true friends, to precious treasures. Okay, one remembers, one compares uh, true friends to precious treasures. Treasure précieux is to precious treasures. Next one, comment doit-on garder les amis? How must one take care or protect your friends? So what the sentence answer says is on doit garder les vrais amis avec un soin méticuleux. One takes care of their friends with meticulous care. Okay, one takes care of one's friends with meticulous care. Okay, so with this we are done. If you're done with the question answers, this is all for today. Okay, let's move on to the back to the class. Okay, so that brings us to the end of the lesson, the two lessons and the one poem, Amite. Okay, so now for today's activity, the second part, what you're going to do, not activity, for today's, today's exercise, the rest of the day, I need you to do one thing. I need you to do this exercise. I want you to solve this. Solve what is on page number 3. Solve the exercises, solve all the activities on page number 3. Sentence number 1, 2, 3. Okay, so what I need to do now for the rest of the class is you're going to be solving exercise number 1 on page number 3, activité. Okay, and I'll give you the answers in tomorrow's class before the test. Okay, so I'll give you the solved answers for all these things before the test tomorrow. Okay, so don't worry, the test is going to be very simple. As I said earlier in the class, it's going to be a 40 marks paper of 1 hour, and don't stress about it. It's not going to be very difficult. You're going to have 4 main sections, just like otherwise. Prose, prose is going to include this. Grammar is going to include this here, what we're learning on page number 3, this grammar. So we're talking about personal pronouns, prepositions and verbs. Okay, so verbs, which verbs? Just the common verbs because we normally use. If you want to refer to the verbs, refer to the last page of your textbook. Okay, so there you have all the irregular verbs there. and anything from there could come, so just prepare with that, and prepare tenses of the verbs as well, especially the irregular verbs which are at the back of your textbook. And the rest is all this grammar. So please solve this exercise this question number 1, the whole thing, all 5 sentences. Then do question number 2, remplacer tiré par les prepositions. So replace the underlines, the blanks with prepositions. Then you're going to do mettez les verbes au temps qui convient. Put the verbs in the right convenient tenses. And then for the fourth one, you have a dialogue. Now I need you to do all these 4 questions, okay, for homework today. Homework means for the rest of the class, okay. So that's it. After that, you're going to turn the page and do this exploitation lisez le texte, okay. So you have to do this entire thing as well, okay, for the rest of the class. So please don't forget, don't overlook it. Please do uh, please do from page number 3 question number 1 2 3 4, and from page number 4 you're going to do the exploitation, okay, this entire comprehension. And also I need you to do one more thing. I need you to do, we will not take this up today, it's enough, okay. Only do up till the exploitation, that is the comprehension, okay. Don't go for the picture description and all that, we'll do that on another day, okay. Thank you so much and have a nice day. You can take a break now and then continue, okay.